Hi there, and welcome to InfoWorld. Today's video is about the 10 most dangerous guns. So let's get started. The most dangerous gun is the DSR Precision DSR-50 sniper rifle. The DSR Precision DSR-50 is a bullpup bolt-action anti-material rifle developed and manufactured by DSR Precision GmbH and chambered in 50 BMG. It is essentially an upscaled DSR-1, designed by Ingolf Reuter in 2003. The DSR-50 is based on DSR Precision's earlier DSR-1 and includes modifications necessary to fire the more powerful 50 BMG, including a hydraulic recoil buffer in the buttstock and an innovative muzzle attachment. This muzzle device, described as a blast compensator, is a combination sound suppressor and muzzle brake, and is notable in its attempt at moderating the 50 BMG's muzzle blast and recoil, unlike contemporary large-caliber rifles, which are typically equipped with muzzle brakes only. Like the DSR-1, this rifle retains its bullpup configuration, allowing a longer barrel while retaining a shorter overall length, which is an important consideration for large-caliber rounds such as 50 BMG, and focuses the weapon's balance towards the buttstock, compensating for the muzzle's heavy attachment standard on the DSR-50. The DSR-50 also retains some of the DSR-1's features, such as a top-mounted bipod, but spike monopod, free-floating barrel, fully adjustable cheek-rest and buttstock, and forward magazine holder. On number 2 is Thompson M1921. The Thompson submachine gun, also known as the Tommy gun. It is a blowback-operated, selective-fire submachine gun, invented by United States Army Brigadier General John T. Thompson in 1918. It was originally designed to break the stalemate of trench warfare of World War I, but was not finished until after the war ended. More than 1.5 million Thompson submachine guns were produced during World War II. It is the first weapon to be labeled and marketed as a submachine gun. Brigadier General John T. Thompson was the original developer of the Thompson submachine gun, who spent most of his career in the Ordnance Department of the U.S. Army. Early versions of the Thompson, the model 1919, had a fairly high cyclic rate of fire, as high as 1,200 rounds per minute. The M1928A1 Thompson drum magazine was rather fragile, and cartridges tended to rattle inside it, producing unwanted noise. For these reasons, the 20-round and later 30-round box magazines soon proved most popular with military users of the M1928A1, and drum compatibility was not included in the design of the wartime M1 and M1A1 models. The Thompson was one of the earliest submachine guns to incorporate a double-column, staggered feed box magazine design, which undoubtedly contributed to the gun's reputation for reliability. Coming up next is Uzi submachine gun. The Uzi is a family of Israeli open-bolt, blowback-operated submachine guns and machine pistols first designed by Major Uziel Uzi Gal in the late 1940s, shortly after the establishment of the State of Israel. It is one of the first weapons to incorporate a telescoping bolt design, which allows the magazine to be housed in the pistol grip for a shorter weapon. The Uzi prototype was finished in 1950. It was first introduced to Israel Defense Forces Special Forces in 1954, and the weapon was placed into general issue 2 years later. The Uzi uses an open-bolt, blowback-operated design, quite similar to the Jaroslav Holsek design Czech ZK476 and the production SA-23, SA-24, SA-25, and SA-26 series of submachine guns. The open-bolt design exposes the breech end of the barrel and improves cooling during periods of continuous fire. However, it means that since the bolt is held to the rear when cocked, the receiver is more susceptible to contamination from sand and dirt. It uses a telescoping bolt design, in which the bolt wraps around the breech end of the barrel. The weapon is constructed primarily from stamped sheet metal, making it very cheap per unit. The non-reciprocating charging handle on the top of the receiver cover is used to retract the bolt. Variants have a ratchet safety mechanism which will catch the bolt and lock its movement if it is retracted past the magazine, but not far enough to engage the sear. The Uzi was available with caliber conversion kits in 22LR or 41AE. Coming up is XM307 Advanced Crew Served Weapon. The XM307 Advanced Crew Served Weapon was a developmental 25mm belt-fed automatic grenade launcher with programmable airburst capability. It is the result of the OCSW or Objective Crew Served Weapon project. It is lightweight and designed to be two-man portable, as well as vehicle-mounted. The XM307 can kill or suppress enemy combatants out to 2,000 meters and destroy lightly armored vehicles, watercraft, and helicopters at 1,000 meters. The system was under development by General Dynamics Armament and Technical Products for the U.S. Army Tank Automotive and Armaments Command. The weapon controls recoil to a degree that a large tripod and heavy sandbags are not required to effectively employ this weapon. An additional feature of the XM307 is that it can be converted into the XM312, a .50 caliber version for infantry, and light anti-armor support in under 2 minutes. A remotely operated variant for the Future Combat Systems family of vehicles is also under development. The weapon system, which would be mounted on the vehicle, will be remotely operated from within the vehicle. On number 5 comes MG3 machine gun. The MG3 is a German general-purpose machine gun chambered for the 7.62 into 51 mm NATO cartridge. The weapon's design is derived from the World War II-era MG42 that fired the 7.92 into 57 mm Moser round. The MG3 was standardized in the late 1950s and adopted into service with the newly formed Bundeswehr, where it continues to serve to this day as a squad support weapon and a vehicle-mounted machine gun. The MG3 is an automatic, air-cooled, belt-fed short recoil-operated firearm. It features a roller-locked bolt mechanism that consists of the bolt head, a pair of rollers, the striker sleeve, bolt body and return spring. The bolt is locked securely by a wedge-shaped striker sleeve, which forces 2 cylindrical rollers contained in the bolt head outward and into corresponding recesses in the extension of the breech of the barrel. On firing, both the barrel and barrel extension recoil to the rear. The resulting impact, much like a Newton's cradle, moves the carrier to the rear, withdrawing the wedge and both rollers, as they are cammed inward and out of their sockets by fixed cams, unlocking the bolt head. The MG3 feeds from the left side through a feed block using metal, 50-round continuous link Patronengurt DM1 ammunition belts. The MG3 has a quick-change, chrome-lined barrel with 4 right-hand grooves and a rifling twist rate of 1 in 305 mm and weighs 1.7 kilograms. Alternatively, MG3 barrels can also have polygonal rifling. The MG3 is still used as the standard secondary weapon of most modern German armored fighting vehicle designs, as a primary weapon on light, non-armored vehicles and as an infantry weapon. 6th position is taken by F2000 assault rifle. The FN-F2000 is a 5.56 into 45 mm NATO bullpup rifle, designed by FN Herstal in Belgium. The F2000 made its debut in March 2001 at the IDEX Defense Exhibition held in Abu Dhabi, in the United Arab Emirates. Assault rifle in a bullpup configuration. The F2000 is a selective fire weapon operating from a closed bolt. The rifle consists of 2 main assemblies, the barreled receiver group and the frame, coupled together by means of an axis pin located above the trigger guard. The barrel group has an integral MIL-1913 Picatinny rail used to mount optical sights. The F2000 is fed from standard NATO box magazines with a 30-round cartridge capacity using 5.56 into 45 mm ammunition. The magazine catch, release button is installed symmetrically in the pistol grip. The rifle does not have a hold-open device. The bolt does not stay back after the last round is fired. This selective fire weapon is a gas-operated design utilizing a short-stroke piston system driven by propellant gases diverted into the gas cylinder through a port in the barrel. It fires from a closed bolt position. One of the modules developed for the F2000 system is a proprietary lightweight 40 mm underslung GL1 grenade launcher that uses standard low-velocity 40 into 46 mm grenades. The launcher is a single-shot breech-loaded reverse pump-action weapon with a barrel that slides forward for loading and unloading, locked by axial rotation of the barrel. Up next is Accuracy International AS-50 Sniper Rifle. The AS-50 is a semi-automatic 50 BMG anti-material precision rifle manufactured by British firearms producer Accuracy International. It enables operators to engage targets at very long range with high accuracy using explosive or incendiary ammunition, and employs a gas-operated semi-automatic action and muzzle brake, allowing for lower recoil than the AW-50 bolt-action rifle, and faster target acquisition. The AS-50 is designed for the British Armed Forces and United States Navy SEALs. The rifle is employed due to its high rate of fire. This high rate of fire is due mostly to the floating barrel and the lightweight titanium frame. The rifle has an accuracy of 1.5 MOA. The barrel is free-floating. The 2-part machine steel receiver features an integral accessory rail for mounting optical sights. 2 additional rails are mounted on the sides of the short barrel shroud. An adjustable bipod and rear support leg, hand grip allow for stable shooting. This weapon can accurately engage targets at a range of 1,500 meters. The AS-50 weighs 14.1 kilograms empty and holds 5 rounds of 50 BMG in a single stack, removable box magazine. Coming up is the Heckler Koch AK-47. The Heckler Koch AK-47 is a gas-operated assault rifle chambered for the 5.56 into 45 mm NATO cartridge. It is designed and manufactured by the German company Heckler Koch. Although the design is based on the R-15 class of firearm, it uses a proprietary short-stroke, gas piston system from Heckler Koch's earlier G36 family of rifles. The HK-G36 gas system was in turn partially derived from the R-18 assault rifle designed in 1963. The HK system uses a short-stroke piston driving an operating rod to force the bolt carrier to the rear. This design prevents combustion gases from entering the weapon's interior, a shortcoming with direct impingement systems. The reduction in heat and fouling of the bolt carrier group increases the reliability of the weapon and extends the interval between stoppages. During factory tests, the HK-416 fired 10,000 rounds in full auto without malfunctioning. The HK-416's piston system was originally self-regulating in theory, but in the default position tends to give increased recoil over an adjustable gas system. Civilian variants of the HK-416 and HK-417 introduced in 2007 were known as MR-223 and MR-308. On number 9 comes the Heckler Koch MG4. The Heckler Koch MG4 is a belt-fed 5.56mm light machine gun designed and developed by German firearm manufacturer Heckler Koch. It was developed in the late 1990s and first seen publicly in September 2001. It has been selected to replace the 7.62mm MG3 general-purpose machine gun in the Bundeswehr at the squad support level. It will complement the MG3 in other roles. It will also be the secondary armament of the new Puma infantry fighting vehicle. The MG4 is an air-cooled, belt-fed gas-operated light machine gun with a positively locked rotary bolt, and is somewhat similar in concept to the Belgian Minimi light machine gun. Safety mechanisms on the machine gun includes a manual safety incorporated into the fire mode selector toggle. Setting the fire selector lever on the safe position blocks the trigger mechanically and locks the bolt in the cocked position. When the bolt is not pulled back completely, accidental firing is prevented by an integral automatic mechanism that prevents the bolt from traveling forward. A folding bipod weighing 0.70 kilograms is provided. Supporting interfaces are integrated into the receiver to allow the MG4 to be mounted on the standard American M122A1 tripod for increased accuracy and stability. Optical or night sights or laser pointers can be mounted on a length of MIL 1913 Dobra Picatinny rail located on the receiver feed tray cover. Bundeswehr models are equipped with telescopic sights with 3 times the magnification. Last on this list is Kalashnikov AK-47. The AK-47, also known as automatic Kalashnikov, is a gas-operated assault rifle that is chambered for the 7.62 x 39mm cartridge. Developed in the Soviet Union by Russian small arms designer Mikhail Kalashnikov, it is the originating firearm of the Kalashnikov family of rifles. After more than 7 decades since its creation, the AK-47 model and its variants remain one of the most popular and widely used firearms in the world. It was made in the Soviet Union in 1947. The AK-47 is best described as a hybrid of previous rifle technology innovations. Kalashnikov decided to design an automatic rifle combining the best features of the American M1 Garand and the German STG-44. To fire, the operator inserts a loaded magazine, pulls back and releases the charging handle, and then pulls the trigger. In semi-automatic, the firearm fires only once, requiring the trigger to be released and depressed again for the next shot. In fully automatic, the rifle continues to fire automatically, cycling fresh rounds into the chamber until the magazine is exhausted or pressure is released from the trigger. The Kalashnikov platform then uses an extractor claw to eject the spent cartridge case. Accessories supplied with the rifle include a 387mm long 6H3 bayonet featuring a 200mm long spear point blade. The AK-47 can also mount a cup-type grenade launcher, the Kalashnikov grenade launcher that fires standard RGD-5 Soviet hand grenades. The maximum effective range is approximately 150 meters. This launcher can also be used to launch tear gas and riot control grenades. The AK-47's accuracy has always been considered to be good enough to hit an adult male torso out to about 300 meters. That's all for today. See you soon.